Caitlin. Ready to test the Quints?
Yes, ma'am.
Hazel is ready to show you how brilliant she is.
You ready?
You ready, Miss Hazel? Okay, sit down, baby girl. Good job.
All right, I'm gonna show you some flashcards with some letters on them, and I'm gonna see if you can tell me which ones they are, okay? Can you tell me what letter that is, Hazel?
W, M,
Good job.
B, P, B.
What'd you say, B?
No, B.
P, okay.
7,
It's what? What is it? What number is this, Hazel?
1, 2, 2, 3, 3.
How do you think you're doing?
I'm very smart.
What shape is it?
Circle.
Circle?
Do you guys love school?
Yeah! Well,
Good job.
I just say kisses.
And the last one.
Square.
Good job, Hazel. You did awesome.
Randy has the results for the Quints assessments, and probably one of the biggest concerns is seeing where they all are. You know, it's one of those things where like you just don't know like what to expect.
Hey, come on in. Welcome, welcome.
How's it going?
So I'm super excited to share the test results with you. But first of all, let me tell you a little bit how it works. The average score the first time anybody takes this test is a 40. So 40, you think, oh my gosh, they completely failed. It's not like that to us. We're just looking for indicators. Okay, so let's first talk about Hazel. First of all, I noticed that she naturally positions herself at the front of the room, and she wants to make sure she's by a boy.
Who likes sitting next to boys in school?
Hazel.
Who do you sit next to at school?
Yeah, boy.
Don't tell me she's gonna be the one that like is gonna be like the boy crazy out of all of them.
Oh, she is definitely.
Oh boy.
So good luck with that, Adam.
Hazel?
I know.
Sweet, innocent little Hazel?
Something about those glasses. I like boys, Mom. I like boys.
She does like boys. Okay, so Hazel's score. She scored a 52. Hugely wonderful.
Wow.
She did need a little bit of help with her letters along the way.
What about this letter?
D.
Close.
I know there's a thing going on with her eyes. Is she not noticing little details?
Yeah.
Because letters
Like
are more...
P's and D's and
Right.
yeah.
So I just want to keep watching that.
That's definitely something that like we want to stay ahead of as far as like, does she need to go back to the eye doctor?
That's great feedback because we wouldn't have really have known that, you know?
Ava, she scored a 60.
Wow.
Super wow. On shapes, I enjoyed what she said on the circle.
What about this shape?
Oval.
Maybe my copier just printed it a little funny, but okay, it's an oval. Lulu, she scored a 64.
Nice.
Thought it was so interesting.
Wow.
Ava and Lulu, 60 and 64. She also called the circle an oval.
Oval.
It's close.
You gotta start getting your ruler out on the circles. Make sure they're right.
Right, I don't know. Something's happening.
Can you count to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10.
Okay, so are you ready for Riley?
Oh gosh.
On a scale of, hey, here's where I really want a kid. Here's where, oh my gosh, that's really awesome. Here's Riley.
Why?
Good job.
That's like my name.
That's in your name, you're right.
And the R.
And an R's in your name?
And the L-E.
L-E and what? There you go, good job.
She scored an 84.
Wow.
It's very unusual.
That's surprising, but it's really no surprise to us. She answers every question
Yes.
like before her sisters, and she's super observant with everything.
Very observant and inquisitive. You know, we've been doing this 10 years here, and we've had very few kids when they take test 1 automatically qualify to move on to test 2. So we went ahead and gave Riley test 2.
What shape is this?
Diamond.
Good job. And this one?
Alfie.
Good job, Riley.
Why you do that?
I'm counting up how many you got correct.
So Riley on test 2 scored a 68.
Wow.
If we can get her to scoring about an 84 on test 3, I want us to really look at putting her in the advanced placement class, which is a really big deal.
I don't know if I can handle a smart kid.
I mean, it's pretty awesome to hear how advanced Riley is, but we do have 5 other girls at home, and how do we keep her stimulated and still give the other ones attention that they need?
I mean, I'm starting to wonder if she's bored and if that's why she always acts up. So Riley for president.
All right, are you ready for Miss Parker? Parker's score was a 44. So it's not like any indicators are saying, oh my gosh, something's wrong. You know, it's not like that. But Parker scored the lowest.
What color is this? Can you find the color on the wall? What color is that? Do you want to skip it?
That surprises me because Parker knows much more. If you're walking down the hall, she'll go, oh, that's red. You're like, okay, thanks. You didn't show me that on the test. She really does have test anxiety, even when it's a relaxed testing situation where the person testing her is somebody she knows extremely well.
Hearing that Parker has test anxiety, it's not that shocking because we know how she gets quiet around other people, new surroundings. I don't know, it's just, I'm not surprised that that's kind of Parker's response to her taking a test for the first time.
But I really suspect that it goes beyond test anxiety. No matter what it is, when you put her in that spotlight, she just stops.
Yeah.
I do not feel there's any learning issues that we need to think about or look at. I don't feel it's like that. But if we don't do something different for her along the way and give her that confidence, I'm afraid that gap is going to continue getting bigger.
Yeah. It's crazy how well all the girls did. They're definitely doing way better.
Than the odds against them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're amazing little kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be smarter than me. Which is
Couple of
scary.
them, probably. I'm still,
Shocked by Riley.
yeah.
I mean, if she stays ahead of her sisters, would she be skipping a grade? Like,
Would you do that?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to accommodate her.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what I think about Parker.
I mean, to me, like,
Because I know she's every bit as smart and as capable as the other girls.
I think she is somewhat a perfectionist and doesn't want to guess or be wrong. Wants one of her sisters to say something first so then she feels comfortable. I don't know. Parker reminds me a lot of Blake. I mean, they're both quiet kids that takes them a little bit to get comfortable in a situation. I mean, over the years, Blake has really come out of her shell, and I just really think Parker will be the same way.
I mean, what do you do about that? That she's not answering questions, or whether solely because like she might be anxious of the situation, or have legitimate like anxiety or whatnot. I mean, do we need to like possibly talk to somebody about it? I've been through this. Like I've struggled with depression and anxiety, and and so I empathize with Parker. I don't want that affecting, her ability to make friends or be happy. And seeing Parker struggling, it makes you just want to do anything possible to just make it better.
I know that she has some anxious tendencies, but I mean, she is 3, and it could be something that she grows out of, and so I'm not that worried about it. They'll test them again later, and then by the time they get to kindergarten, it's a whole nother year and a half. A lot changes in a year and a half.